when the companies first arrived, there was a fire coming out the side of the house on the first and second floor. Obviously, the companies went to work, did a quick search. We got a report from a neighbor who was on the telephone with the occupants, or with the owners, who weren't home. So we know that nobody was in the house. We did the searches anyway. The fire, due to the wind and the conditions of where we currently are located on the point, we ended up calling in a 3-alarm fire, which brought in multiple mutual aid companies from surrounding communities. Took us a couple hours to get the fire under the control due to the wind conditions. The weather obviously was a component, and obviously now the companies are picking up and wrapping up and starting to break down.
Any injuries to the firefighters?
No injuries, but a dog did perish in the fire. The family was safe, so other than the one dog, nobody's been hurt, and everybody's picking up now and heading back.
So the fire marshal, any preliminaries on the cause at this point?
No, so right now the state fire marshal's here. Obviously they're doing some minor mop-up work, and then they're going to start their investigation. So at this point, there's a really heavy volume of fire on arrival, so they'll get to work and try to kind of figure out what happened.
This is a tough fight. You get in the walls, get in the ceiling, and
Yeah,
you
so
guys had a tough time getting
yeah,
out.
it was very hard. No, one is obviously very windy, as you know. The conditions aren't great today due to the weather, the wind. Took a lot of people. Guys can get exhausted pretty quickly. But on a stucco house, the fire got behind the stucco walls, and that made it a little challenging for us. So it becomes a labor-intensive event. So the fire just traveled. It's the majority of this side of the house, which is a total loss. Yeah, I think just because it's the coldest day of the year that we've had in several years, it's a tough day any day's a tough day to fight a fire, but today's extremely difficult with the weather conditions, the wind, the temperatures, and we're on the point. So we're right surrounded by the water, which is making it really tough with the wind, as you can tell. So it just makes it challenging. Something that's took several hours to make sure it was fully extinguished. If we got a lot of help from mutual aid companies, which we needed and we appreciate, because it was a team effort here today to try to get this out. It didn't extend to any other properties, which is important, especially with the way the wind is blowing. There's houses all around it, as you can tell. So that was important that we contained it to the house of origin.